Hola, es el jueves. ¿Sabes lo que eso significa?
Whose mic's not working? My mic's not working?
No, Jason's.
Well, hey, what's up? Good evening. Mario,
Hey,
what you
Fuzz.
got? Yeah. Show him that thing I was talking about. Well, no, yeah, Mario needs phantom power.
Check 1, 2.
Hola, es el jueves. ¿Sabes lo que eso significa?
Is it still on our camera?
Yeah.
Awesome. How do you feel? Check it out, right? Yeah, check it out, right? Check it out. You.
it up, Mikey. You and me on Theory Thursday. Ooh, lights.
Good. All right, you click your microphone. You got a mic on the amp behind you.
Okay.
Can you hand it to him? It's just like, yeah. Did you not have? No, the lavalier mic. It's clipped. Oh, it's on. Oh, okay, cool.
We good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Gotta make sure things crisp.
No, it's good.
Make
sure it's
I
working.
don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it.
Cool. Mic check.
We all good?
Microphone
I think
check,
so.
1, 2.
Okay,
What is
cool.
this?
Good evening. I'm your host, MikeRuggirello. Jason Thomas is the co-host.
Hey, everybody.
Say hello. We're having fun, man. We're a little off our cue. We're a little late this evening, but who cares, man? You were waiting. We're here. We got this.
Checking on the fly.
We're sound checking on the fly. Yeah, that's how we facing new fronts and new feats. But the evening consists of a rad guest. This dude sitting to the left of me. You're right. He is a. How did you said? I wanted to
Quadruple?
say. You said quadruple. I was going to say quintuple, but he is a. He's a quadruple threat. He's a quadruple threat in guitar, bass, drums, and singing. I think you saw a little bit in the intro there. And he's a very, very popular, somewhat important figure, sideman in most of our bands that we're friends with here in town. We bring you,
I've weaseled my way in.
yes, proudly, Mr. Mario Rodriguez.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. Appreciate being here.
You know what? We've been waiting to have you on. We wanted to get the show to a certain level before we wanted you to sit
Oh, too
and
kind.
jam.
Well, I've enjoyed it thoroughly since its inception, so it's been pretty cool to watch it. You know, obviously progressing it better, but you know the content's been good since the get-go, so it's been cool.
Hence our intro.
Was it Jeff Podesky the first guy, right? Was the first
Actually,
one?
Dave
Dave
Cronin.
Cronin.
That was David
Yeah.
Cronin.
And then
Oh, okay.
Jeff.
And then Jeff.
Podeswick was second.
Podeswick, okay.
Yeah, and then you were third. But
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah. Three, third.
Yeah. It's been a good go. It's been good, yeah.
Thanks, Mar. Dude, you're here. You're jamming. We're going through some songs.
Playing
Mario's-
this super bright ass guitar.
It's a rad. Let's
Super
talk
bright.
about that. This
Telly?
is a nice looking G&L, bright orange. Talk about it.
Yeah, so Gino, like a lot of you guys know, was the second iteration of Fender's products. You know, he got bought out by, I think it was CBS in the 60s.
You can move that microphone just in case.
Yeah. So he got bought by CBS, I think it was in the 60s, and him and some of the original camp in Fullerton, California, decided to open up a shop and continue the quote-unquote legacy, which is one of their models, and this one's called the Asat. I think it's called the Asat Classic. But basically, it's the old Fender spec from the custom shop back in the 60s, and they continued it. It's got like really tight neck pockets and
Nice
great paint
top
jobs.
pots.
And yeah, it's definitely,
pots.
I consider these early 2000s and late 90s G&Ls to be like kind of the same quality as the custom shop stuff that they're doing back then. And I haven't played any of the new custom shop stuff. I'm sure you at NAMM got to touch some of that stuff.
We were
but
so busy.
Yeah,
You
you
touch
got,
We got to touch one
None of the hot
guitar
rods?
company. No, we didn't even make it up. We didn't.
What
make
about
it up
Ernie
there.
Ball? You didn't get to...
I
we got
didn't go
a
in there.
Death
No
Audio
love?
sticker.
Okay.
Death
Sweet.
Audio was
Death by Audio.
Death by Audio
Yeah.
Right
was
on.
Their pedals are
conveniently
great.
next to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really
Was
are.
that the Fuzz pedal that you were demoing or something like that?
We
No,
were
that
demoing.
that's Dark Glass.
Dark Glass,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a G&L, great guitar. Being a bass player too, like Jason, one of the best things about it is it has like a baseball neck.
Yeah.
You know, it's real thick profile neck, so it's like, C profile, lots of meat on it. So it's like, I used to play Ibanez, back in the day, but those things don't give you a lot of room to, do your vibrato and the more subtle things that make guitar really cool. You know what I mean? Like, I love shredding and Scott Henderson and Frank Nabali on their Ibanez's when they're doing that stuff. But even those guys seem to have.
Can you show
added more.
our audience some just by yourself one of your shred licks? From a guy that sings a lot of soul. Watch this.
Some sweep the leg type stuff. I can't see.
I also I'm a big. That's very,
The
very,
little-
very cool.
The old '90s metal stuff that we all.
I applaud that.
grew up on.
That takes a fucking long time to learn how to do. It does.
But yeah, I mean, I like.
That's neat.
You know, guitar's one of those things that covers all genres. It's kind of it's not a foundational instrument like the bass is, where you're going to find either a string bass or like an electric bass in almost every song, except for like Dove's Cry by Prince, right? It's one of those ones, classic ones that doesn't have bass. But guitar's kind of cool because it fits into so many genres, you know, heavy metal and country and all these different things. So it's like.
Some of the reason
cool
why
thing.
Mario is saying all these different genres is that since Jason and even Dave, myself, have known him, he's been in a bunch of different types of bands. Very popular bands back in like the 90s, popular around here at least, but like R&B and rap, like what you and Turtle and Mick, that was like a hip hop band.
Yeah, totally hip hop band.
You played bass, you got to do backup vocals.
Yeah,
You
started
really-
on guitar there, and then flipped over to bass, and then back and forth many iterations. We all kind of swapped instruments as needed to be, you know, to fill the different roles and stuff. But yeah, that was a very cool band. We played from like I think late '90s to mid 2000s. Got to play Sun God Festival.
And
with
what's that
Snoop
band
Dogg.
called again?
And that band was called Voice of Reason.
Sorry.
Yeah, that band's called Voice of Reason, but it changed
became
names
a Beyond
to Beyond
Category.
Category as well. Yeah, but like Mike said, it was more of like on the local circuit. We play with like. What was some of the larger reggae bands and some of the more local stuff. It was it was a good run. It was a fun time.
Yes, and also you've been in some heavier pieces with Jason and I in the past, right?
Yeah,
And more hard rock, and then you've also been in the cover band.
Well, San Diego being a
Nemesis.
small
Yeah.
tight knit community, we all kind of gravitate towards each other and learn.
But my point is that Mario has learned a lot of different types of songs, and we're going to demonstrate blues and funk and metal.
Yeah, for sure.
And these are all some of my favorite styles, man.
Oh yeah.
So I think speaking of, we did a nice groove in A minor. That was a what, A13, D minor 9, and G13. Nice fat little cruising groove there. Let's show the crowd our blues number. Mario wrote this blues song. It's an E minor blues. It has a really nice turnaround. If you guys know Theory, and it's okay that you don't, he uses the 6 in the turnaround. That means he does a nice C9, and then you go lands on the B Hendrix, the B sharp 9. So it's a really cool blues song. I actually recorded this on a record I did a long time ago. Mario, played bass on that with me.
It's had
Let's,
lots of lives.
While you're loading that up, I'll just get the stuff for the sponsors. Thanks, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Singular Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, and Mad Hatter Guitar Products. Also, go to our website, TheoryThursday.com, and also hit up that Patreon account. I've got it on the links right now. It'll pop up so you can link it after we're done with the show. And are we ready to go with the blues?
Certainly. And one more thing I wanted to add.
Dave Wright.
Dave Wright from SWR
SWR
Video.
Productions.
Whoop, whoop.
He's he is
SWR.
so significant. We're going to write a song about him. And another thing, another milestone. Theory Thursday is actually a brand now. Kurt Mangan and Samantha over there, Kurt Mangan, has decided to make us a signature set, and thank you so much.
Thank
If
you,
you
Kurt.
want to play the strings that we play, which are, where are they? They're right here. Look at these, man. We got 9s, 10s, and 11s for sale on kurtmangan.com, and you can also purchase these on theorythursday.com. So please, try them out. They totally rule. That's what's on here,
I got Mangan's
there,
on.
and there. We straight Mangan up and hip, right? That's how we roll, but they're for sale now for you. I worked really, really hard to make that happen. I think we all worked really, really hard. Dave, I think you worked the hardest to make this happen. Thank you, Samantha, Kurt.
Thanks,
Proudly,
Awesome
yes.
strings. Great strings.
So, that
Pop.
being said,
Let's get to some blues.
we're getting it down. We're getting our commercials down.
They
We
pop.
had to do our things. Let's do it. We got it. We had to cover our legal.
Put us to bed, Mark.
Thanks, Mike. That's tearing on your side too. It's awesome. Good licks, buddy.
Thanks, man. Jason, how you doing over there, dude? Was that fun? You like
Yeah.
that? You recognize that?
I do.
You-
Yeah, I did. Halfway through it, yeah, it was good.
Wow.
I remember playing that.
What do you?
I was waiting to start scatting some skittle scat scooting over that.
Actually, I'm waiting for. Are you gonna do that like later, or no? Were you doing that on that A minor jam when
He's
we were
singing on
warming
that.
up?
I think it might have been maybe one of those. I can do it later.
Yeah, cool.
Some
Squabble.
squibbly bop bops.
You saying squabbo? Squabbo! So yeah, if you're like, wow, why did that just happen? You know,
Squabble.
on the side, I invent voices and try to create characters, and Jason.
Oh, they're thoroughly entertaining too.
Well, thank you, Mario.
Oh, they are.
Maybe, hopefully you don't know. You won't know.
They're secrets.
It's a secret. Daddy, it's a secret.
There's secrets
Oh boy.
soon available on our channel. You have to be a
Which reminds
premium
me-
subscriber.
Premium subscriber to get that
I think
content.
Jason
Yeah.
is in process of designing a subscription platform for you. So when you want to subscribe to Theory Thursday, you have bonus content.
There'll
And
be
this
bonus content. There'll be special deals,
content?
special.
special discounts on things,
Yeah.
certain commemorative devices.
Yeah, and also like one-on-one chats or three-on-one chat kind of stuff too. From,
Ooh,
from
that
the
sounds a
premium
little.
channel. So.
That sounds a little risque.
Well, not like that kind of chat, man. It's
Oh.
going to be about music or whatever. It doesn't
That
matter.
almost sounds
Well,
we
like
could talk Star Wars. We could talk whatever, whatever you want to do.
Jason's hoping to have another Scott Henderson Star Wars conversation with Scott Henderson.
Yeah,
Why not, right?
And was it talking about the new Star Wars or old Star
the
Wars?
new one.
Ooh, Solo coming out?
No,
The new Solo trailer looks pretty
looks
good.
good, yeah.
What? Do you guys have any thoughts about the Solo trailer? Yeah. So I always kid when I say that. Don't you dare write a damn thing about the Solo trailer in the comments. So Mario, the single coils, you and I, another wonderful thing in common tonight is that we're both using single coils.
I love the sound of single coils, yeah.
What are these? Can you?
These are the hand-wound G&L.
Man, they sound
I think, like,
killer.
they have a designation like P100 or some number, but
Really
here they are.
unique pull pieces. Too.
Yeah, they're kind of really meaty and beefy.
Meaty and beefy.
And I think you can actually adjust them with like a hex key. It looks like an Allen
Yeah.
key in there. Yeah, looks adjustable.
Cool.
Which is
man.
very good, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, most of the old pickups where they already set the pull pieces, kind of like a radius for the guitar, kind of set with that profile, which is like, it's cool, but this is definitely good for different setups. And this kind of, I think they call this an ashtray.
An ashtray.
Ashtray pick, bridge. It's a great
broadcaster.
Great bridge.
That sure works out good because he's smoking.
Well, thank you. One of the best things also about the Telecaster as like a bass player like you is that I don't like my strings to move. You can obviously do a fixed fulcrum on your trem and lock it back so it doesn't move, but this seems to be even the next evolution of that. I mean, it's bolted straight into the wood, and also it's strung to the back.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's back strung through.
That's
so,
cool. Wow.
Which gives it a
Now
lot
that makes it quick.
Yeah. And it's also chambered. This is one of the ones that's chambered.
Semi.
So yeah, there's pockets in here and here routed, and they just cap it, so it's got the same wood I think capped on there, and it's very good.
It's great. It's great sounding.
And when you get the chambered body, it gives you a little more resonance, a little more pop, but you lose a little sustain. In my experience, which my playing usually on guitar, I'm not holding notes too long, and you can get feedback from your amps nowadays. So
You know what this thing reminds me of? This thing reminds me of the boat on Golden Pond, like that kind of woody, like that haul ass damn engine, but it's precarious though, I suppose.
Beautiful guitar.
It breaks easy. I don't know. Does it break easy?
I don't think those break.
No, they don't break easy. Just, but that's what this. I didn't mean to switch the subject.
how old is that guitar now? Has it had an
About
anniversary?
4 months.
4 months?
I mean, it's an 18. I bought it in like a week before Halloween.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very new, very new.
It's considered a 2018 classic. But
with P90s.
with P90s.
With P90s.
Yeah. Yep. We sure like them P90s, I tell you. If I could do a Gibson commercial with this voice, I would. I'd fly me to Nashville. Give me this. I don't know. See, I'm flying off the rails again. So I want to talk about your bands. Mario's in a lot of bands.
Yeah.
Mario is in a band with Jason, and I would like to add a lot of our alumni guests are in bands with Mario, such as Steve Anderson. He was guest number 6. I think we'll have you back, Steve.
He's on there right now. Hi, Steve.
Oh, hey,
Good luck,
Steve.
Steve.
We do. You're one of my favorite songwriters. You know that. You know that. So,
Squabble.
should I? No, I'll save it. Jason, he's also in a band with his lovely wife Sarah,
Yeah.
which is called the Sarah
Sarah
Mesereau
Mesereau
Band.
Band,
I think
yeah.
that's Once Upon a Time. That's how they met. So
Indeed, yeah.
And Dusty and Ryan is in that one too.
and Dusty and Ryan, yeah. So we've had Ryan McMullen on the show from Manganista. Ryan's the guitar player of that band. It's a nice incestuous
Also
little
with Blue
situation.
Sky Flu with me and Mario and Steve.
So
and,
So I think
and Sarah.
if I haven't been in a band with somebody on your show, I at least know of them.
Know them.
I know them or know of them. I think there's only been a handful of more of the newer young talents. I think it was Anthony Collins.
Yeah.
Some of these newer cats that are coming out that I personally don't know, because how would I know these guys are so young and talented? But definitely a lot of the cats, you know, that I've seen on the show.
Casey Trask.
Yeah, we've either opened up in bands for them, or I've gone to shows, you know, showcases and seen them.
By the
play
way,
and
guess
shred.
what? Casey Trask was one of the guitar players in Death Riders.
Oh,
you
nice.
remember Neil Turbin's band?
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, he was.
And then you and I played in a group called Temporal Riff as well.
Temporal Riff with the wonderful, brilliant minds of Keith Greenwood
and Mr. Bryce Giuliani.
Bryce Giuliani. Bryce was over. Yeah, so we're name dropping. These are all just
Some of our
friends and
friends.
people.
Basically, we like to play with our friends.
We like to play with our friends. Yes.
Always.
But no, you know, you wear many hats. You get to do technical music, metal, hip hop, rap. I mean, you it would be unfair to ask you what you like, because I think you were a musician. You like grooves.
I love anything that sounds good, whether it's, you know, on the fiddle, you know, on any instrument, but, you know, on the guitar, like I said earlier, I love all genres.
Does it entertain you to listen to bands like, you know, like Mike Patton's stuff? The help me out here.
Tomahawk?
Well, you know,
Mr.
Fantomas?
Bungle.
more thank you, Dave. Sorry about that.
Oh, we blew it.
There's a lot of clapping going
But
on
like
here.
you know, like basically hearing music, a lot of different genres, all like in 6 minutes you're hearing like 4 different styles. Do you like that?
If it's done right. I think music being compressed into a short time frame, lots of genres is great if it's done right. But usually in general, no. I wouldn't want to hear that many motifs.
You don't like the...
like Mr. Bungle's fantastic. You know,
But
it's amazing
it's
to hear them
schizophrenic,
shift from
though.
schizophrenic. It's like, you know, it's like smoking a cigarette versus a cigar, right? You want to sometimes relax and kick back and hang out, to smoke a cigar, and so you don't want to just like rush and get out of there. That's how Mr. Bungle feels like. It's like a quick next thing, you know.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much.
You know, it's very, it's really cool, but
Fickle free. It's a fickle free music.
it's good in small doses. I can't handle it all the time, but it definitely shows what music, how music can transition very quickly. You know, and music being a language, it's like, you know, it's like having different conversations in a short amount of time, which, you know,
Makes
speed
sense.
talking. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes people like
Shorter
to hear
attention span theater.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, yeah.
little short shows. Yeah, but yeah, no, definitely been playing around town with a lot of the same cats. You guys have been focusing mostly on other instruments other than guitar. I love the guitar, but for me, to get better at guitar, there's times where I like to play piano, play other instruments to kind of change my viewpoint on the guitar, how it can fit in the pocket, how maybe it can augment the other sounds and things. And as you know, I've been playing a lot of drums just to get out my heavy metal aggressions here and there. And it also fits well with more of the rhythmic style of guitar playing, you know, where you understand, you know, where you can really
Play in
spice
and
up the
outside the
song or
pocket.
take it outside the pocket, and knowing how the drummer is going to think, and knowing what the drummer's role is and how they, you know, if you hear a big tom fill, well, that's them telling you, hey, transition next section, let's get going to the next thing, you know. And if you've played the drums, you can kind of feel those things. And likewise, drummers should really be focusing on the other instruments and listening to you too, because, like we said earlier, it's a language, right? If you're not listening, you're not performing. You're not gelling with the other artists. You know, there's musicians we all know that are like that, right? Where they hammer that one thing home, and you're like, are you even listening to me? Do you even hear me? You know what I mean? And that has its time and place too. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like maybe,
the imposition of like just showing a chop off.
yeah, or even like a drummer who's maybe playing to a click track that's got locked into the earpiece, right? And they're just playing the beat, and you're gonna go along for their ride. You know what I mean? If they're not listening to you at that point, you know what I mean? The bass player's locked to the drummer. It's kind of like a chain, like a conga line, right?
Yeah.
And they're all following.
Follow the leader.
And that's kind of like that more live big bands where they're set to a click track and they're all doing that. More of like the jam bands and more of the stuff that's more organic, I would say. You're listening to each other and really feeling each other, you know, feeling each other out, so to speak, to know what the next motif or the next section is going to be.
Yeah, it's
know?
almost like kind of like I always look at it like it's a spinning thing, like you're focusing your attention, all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm doing this, then boom, I'm listening, doing this. It's like a constant movement.
It's constant movement.
You're going, okay, I'm focusing on playing, what am I going to do? I'm listening. What are they doing? What are they doing? What's going on? Okay, what's the drummer going to do? Okay, here we go. And then you preload then
And it has a lot to do, I think, also with the way we learn. I think most of us and all the musicians we all play with are more ear playing. You know, we've more learned from less from academia and more from just playing. Pick up the instrument vocationally, just do it. You know what I mean? Which is, there's something to be said for that.
Playing from the heart.
And playing from the versus, you know, a lot of people, not a lot of people, very few people, I'd say, learn it completely from the books and from the theory aspect up. You know what I mean? Their sight reading. Usually, guitar's not one of those instruments. You can be like, it can be, and there are people that are very academic, and they usually play nylon string or, you know, there's some on electric MIT grads I've met that are very astute on guitar. You know what I mean? But in general, they're not going to be reading the music off the charts or that type of stuff. Eventually, they get to that. You know what I mean? And start doing that type of thing.
Yeah, it certainly would agree with that, but it also depends on maybe what their goals are.
it's funny.
you
It's like anything else. You got to balance.
Yeah.
Balance out the thing, get some theory, get some ear time,
Exactly.
make you well-rounded, depending on what kind of musician you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of us know, like, and even most of the bands we all play in, we're not going to sit around and one person's not going to come out with charts and say, here's what you guys are all playing. I came up with this a la Frank Zappa. You know what I mean? It's like, I've been in maybe one or two bands that are like that, and it's awesome. It really feels good where you have somebody who's like,
organized.
that organized or that passionate about what everybody else is going to play, and you're going to just
Like,
follow
wow,
along.
you put a lot of time in thinking about 32 instruments.
Exactly.
And wrote it all out,
Yeah.
and that's my part.
So usually they're kind of usually more of the
Jason and I have been in that situation once
piano
before.
players writer, like people that are
Yeah.
writing more of like a Broadway piece or more of like a concerto or even like a student film or things like that where they're mandating what you play. I know you've played on some like theater type shows before and that type of stuff.
Yeah,
too.
me and Mike did like Hair, and we did, and I've done
And that's
some
where it's
other
like
stuff
as
before.
written, right? It's like not really
Well,
gonna
yeah,
jam.
if that
When
was more
I
like
say
jamming,
Jason and I were in a hair band, I ain't talking about 80s shit.
Yeah, ask rock band.
We were in a hair band, as in the funk musical, Hair.
Yeah.
So before we start our next jam, I want to demonstrate a chop that's actually very unique. I learned this from Mario. This comes from the world of Victor Wooten. In fact, it's Victor Wooten's brother. What's his brother's name?
Reggie.
So Reggie Wooten is a guitar player, and he does this double thumping thing. Mario is going to display this chop in two different ways. I'm going to do it in one way because this is the way Mario taught this to me a long, long time ago before Mario was so well versed on these other instruments. Mario was just a guitar player, and that's when I met him. And him and I spent many hours woodshedding at the same time. And this was one of the things that we worked on. Shall I or you? A little A minor? Should I get a little groove down? We don't want to like.
Just show the technique.
So the way it is explained is that you have these notes, and it's a down, up, hammer on, and you end up getting that real. You end up learning how to do that comfortably fast, and it sounds like a triplet, like that.
You start getting that locomotive kind of.
And it ends up becoming a feeling, a trick, a sound, but you know, in the context of like.
Yeah, it's really a technique that comes from the rhythmic world, right? And we've all played with drummers, and they kind of do the bounces on the toms, triplets on the toms. So very similar feeling if you're a drummer. And then same on the bass. I've heard Jason, lots of bass players, they hit this triplet where they do a lot of down force and lift up.
Why don't you show them a little bit of that?
Yeah, so it's kind of a similar feel. So
This is really funky. Check this out.
So like Mike was doing the 2 hits, the doubles, the start of it, and then you use your left hand.
Uh-oh.
Well, this technique's kind of going to be good for this clapper, I'll tell you
Good.
that.
Clap, clap, clap.
So the technique is you do doubles, which is what turns off the clapper, and then you add a left hammer on,
Those are some wide intervals now.
right? You can do any interval you want, but it's more of the,
Hold on real quick, Mark.
sure.
Yeah, we're good.
All right,
So-
it's more of the rhythmic sequence, which is a double stroke on your right hand, followed by a single hammer on your left, right? Which then kind of goes into a circular pattern, right? And then it's kind of similar to pick rolling, I call it, where you.
I like that a lot. Well, doesn't that feel like economy picking though? Because
Economy picking. I don't know the name of it.
I love the way. Ooh. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's just like
You're cooking on that one,
it's
brother.
just double stroke, and then so the technique on the right hand to do it all without having to do the left hand is you use your thumb to go one way and your thumb to go the other way, and then you pick with your index finger.
That's
and
not
it's
right.
kind of like the old Spanish guitar players called rascado, I think.
Rascado.
And so they use their digits and they go like this, and some of them grow out their pinky nail, which I think
Fred,
and like some other classical players
some
you've had on here.
of Jimmy Patton.
Jimmy Patton. So yeah, so you can add that to get that, but the economy way that Reggie Wooten does it is he goes like this, like this, and so you can do it on individual strings and go like this. But it also on guitar I think sounds better as a strum pattern across a chord.
That's what I want to
so
hear.
you have like a 7 chord like, and so you go.
Oh, do that with the do that real quick with the kiss chord. Go. Go. Well, it's this one. Right. It's just D. No A string. There it is. Oh man. Speaking of,
I'm pretty sure I've heard
that's
Prince or
fun,
other
hey.
players kind of add that stroke to the guitar.
Steely Dan. I got the new Steely Dan drums, and the Mega Pack, and Billy Joel. I think it'd be fun just to jam a little bit of some Steely Dan. I don't know, ooh, this is cool. I got My Life loaded up with Billy Joel. Listen to this drum beat. This drum beat sounds so cool. What is the drummer's name that?
In what?
I just watched
Yeah, you just watched it. He got screwed over.
What are you talking about? Oh,
The
Kenny
drummer
Aronoff?
is Aronoff.
Was it
Is it
Kenny
Kenny
Aronoff?
Aronoff?
No, we're talking about Liberty
Liberty.
DeVito.
Liberty, yeah.
Yeah, what a
Yeah.
brilliant man. So here's Liberty.
And what?
This is My Life
Joel?
by Billy Joel.
I know that song.
Play.
I don't know. There you go.
So,
We're gonna see one.
I don't know.
I'm still yet to see how we got to My Life from this.
I don't know. I was just jamming, whatever.
No, that's an interesting tempo. It's good though.
Yeah,
That's funky.
132 on My Life.
Got a call from an old friend, needs to be real close.
So
Ding, 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 ding.
there's also like Josie's on here.
I don't care.
Kid Charlemagne. You got Peg reeling in the years. Ricky
It's a fantastic little unit.
Ricky, don't lose that number. You know. How's that going?
It's a Rose piano.
Is that Ricky or no?
It's not Ricky, but who cares?
Mike, you don't lose that number.
And that is enough of this Steely Dan. So I just want to show a little bit of that. I just wanted to prove that we would play a little bit of it because it's an exciting new drum
No,
pad.
it's awesome. Fantastic sounds.
Let's get into that rock, man. Remember
Yeah.
that drop D thing? Got this really cool heavy drop D thing, man. It's kind of moody. Let's take us there. And that I had Rock 8. You know, if you do like the Beat Buddy and you want a Beat Buddy, the code is
Theory 10. Go to our
Theory 10.
website or go to Singular Sound. When you check out, type in Theory 10.
gotta be
And
nice
that is our-
discount for you there, man.
It is a very helpful device, especially for practice. Yeah. Personal practice. Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. Before we play this, did we want to go do those other changes like the remember the?
Oh, no.
No, you want to just cycle the.
Yeah.
This is good beer.
Yeah, thanks to Casey Trask.
Thank you, Casey. This is the leftovers. He's like, God, you
It's
guys
from my house.
suck. Yeah.
I think it
That's
says
as
it
good
on the
as me.
side, too. It says good beer, doesn't it?
It's as good beer.
says good
It's
beer.
a good beer.
Right there, it tells you. It's good. Well, you see, I
a
made
little
a
fast.
sign on the side of the road. There we go.
Worst.
That's the other one, though. That's.
Oh yeah.
Thing's got a mind of its own. It's that new,
Love Shack,
it's that new
baby.
artificial intelligence, machine learning stuff in there. Neural networks
Little
and
AI.
codes and little AI in there.
Self.
Oh, what's that noise?
Sherman-
That is.
It's just single cycle hum, man. No big deal.
60 cycle. Oh.
Single coils, that's why they made humbuckers. That's pretty cool. A little fast though.
Faster.
A little slower.
That about right? That's good?
Sure.
Check this out, everybody.
What happened? Gotta get the mood lighting, lady.
Big Tom Hill. Yeah. Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I really wanted Jason to sing on that one though.
Oh, Jason's
that.
got the tone for that one.
Oh yeah.
What, like Creed?
No.
No, shock and awe, man.
That big voice you have.
Like
Who said
Creed?
Creed?
Scott Stapp's a good singer, but boy, oh boy, is it the Yarling. No Yarling on that song.
No Yarling.
The Yarling
rad.
bird.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
awesome.
the first time we performed that.
Yeah, that's
And then
good time.
also the rhythm reduction that I was telling you about that would have occurred.
Almost like a subtraction of a part, and yeah, because we know there's always more textures you can add to things, but sometimes music in its simplest form, it's powerful. It's good.
Mar, I'm appreciating the diversity of tonight's episode. I mean, we're doing some funk. We got some drop D heavy music.
I hear Hot for Teacher outside. Is it Hot for Teacher?
It's a motorcycle.
Can they hear that? Can you hear that in the mix?
Very little.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, are you
Sound
talking
of-
like Chevy Chase? Like, thank you very little.
Sound
very
of
little.
America right there.
Is it the South Park?
I like that sound. I don't know about you, but I like that sound of V8 muscle.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
kind of like guitar. It's like has that crunch, that.
Well, I'm gonna take my strings back to a standard. But
I better do that too.
what a nice treat to play a heavy song like that.
Yeah, I love.
It's a little number that you and I were co-writing with each other back, what, 2002, 2003?
Yeah, a long time ago.
A long time ago. Write in the comments if you would like to see that recorded, and we'll materialize it and sell it to you. Yeah.
Or give it to you. For free.
Oh, biscuits.
Old biscuits.
I think the only thing that you guys are gonna get for free are these Death by Audio stickers
Or some air.
or some air.
Rubber biscuits.
Speaking of things for free, go to that Patreon account. You know what? Leave the feed. Go to TheoryThursday.com and go to the Patreon account, and you can donate as little as $1 a month, and that means that each episode is 25 cents an episode for you. You do have the option to donate more. I highly encourage leaving the feed and going to our page.
Once we're done with the show, Mike, come on. He's being funny. He's trying to be. Either way. Go hit that up. Hit that up.
Electricity's not free, man. We play electric instruments. There's all the stuff, right? It's cost associated. Electricity.
Do you, we've been almost going about an hour. How we looking, Dave? Doing good? 52 minutes? Ooh.
A little hip hop stuff.
Oh man, let's take you down to Hip Hop Row. This could be scary,
beatbox?
Jason.
Are we gonna have another Ready Set Survive?
Oh, you gotta do that.
We have one more heavy song too.
We do have one more song.
Let's see.
And this is Swung.
Dougie Fresh. What's going on? It's Dougie Fresh.
What's new, girl? Yeah.
What you got on it, dude? Lay it down.
B.
Enough of that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you know what's
Yeah,
kind of
Mike.
funny?
What's that, Mike?
This right here. Sometimes. Right here.
Out of control
Sometimes.
beatbox.
It's got a mind of its own.
There we
it's
go.
like-
It's like what you tried to say. What you got on that, yo?
Yes or no, Mike? Sounds like a maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe to me.
Sounds like the manual buzzer from the Jim Rome show.
It does, huh?
On a lower octave. Yeah.
Let's do
The other heavy one.
Yeah.
Day when I was a teenager.
We got another heavy one. This is
Mike's
sort of.
got all kinds of songs. He's just He's just, keep it in his little Pandora's box.
Yes.
Because if he lets him out,
Well, apparently we are. Some of these are, I guess, is this one mine?
that's yours. That's yours.
That last one was sort of yours.
That's yours.
So we're going to bring you another nice, heavy song. This is going to be Rock 3. Rock 3!
And thanks again for having me on here, Mike. It's been a blast.
Hey, man.
Thanks again
Our
to
pleasure.
Dave.
You with the quintuple threats in here, your voice, your guitar playing.
Well, we were messing around thinking maybe we'd hit some bass, do some dual bass stuff, but
we
things
gotta
didn't
get
coalesce
equipped
this
then.
time. Maybe next time there's a little...
We can switch.
I like that word,
Yeah,
coalesce.
man.
What does coalesce mean?
Comes
Maybe on
together.
the last, maybe on the way out, maybe we could.
Yeah, we could definitely switch it up, for sure.
It'd be a first for Theory Thursday, so we
Ooh,
can do it first.
Do you want me to even sit in your seat over there?
Oh no, I just swap. Just
Oh, okay.
it should go.
Man, didn't I say, oh, it was Rock 8.
You're still on the guest seat.
So yeah, we're going to do that one, the B to C sharp and G. Remember that stuff?
Yes, I think so.
So do you want to kind of close the show down?
Or do you want to? Okay, we could do that. You want to do that?
Yeah, why don't we close?
Okay.
Why don't you close it down?
All right,
We'll save this nice
get our
fat
set up.
jam for
Okay.
the outro.
So we're not going to switch, so we're good.
I
Yeah,
guess
switch.
you're going to have to wait for the next time I come
Next
on.
time Mark
Next
comes
time-
on, we'll do the switch.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
talking about switching right now?
We're at
Yeah.
the end of the show.
Your
Wanna
undies?
get-
You're
yeah,
gonna
we're going to swap underwear.
You're
Yeah.
just-
I don't know if
Swap
I'm going to
underwear.
swap.
Yeah.
These are kind of tight today.
Yeah.
They're silky.
I'm not wearing any, so.
They're kind of silky.
I want to see this.
Boxers or briefs? That's another episode.
Leopard skin speedos.
Leopard skin. That's what
Thongs.
Dave wears. Just natural,
Leopard skin.
natural
thongs.
leathers.
Before we give before we give you anything, before we go, we do like to give our guests a few things. So these are
Are those pickles?
pickles.
That's what my boy
It's a new
Leo
Theory
calls
Thursday
those.
Brown.
Pickles. He's like, he collects pickles, so he'll be stoked.
So we got you a T-shirt.
Oh, no way.
And,
Awesome,
there's
man.
some strings
Beat buddy.
and
Beat buddy.
all these various ways to keep in touch with us.
Yeah,
are some-
buddy.
These are some
Beat
pickles,
buddy
Pickles.
For Leo. Hey, Leo.
Yeah, my little 2-year-old, he's playing his ukulele, so
You've
he'll
got
love
Matt
these.
Heather Picks and Kurt
Yeah.
Mangan.
And then Kurt Mangan string, that's what it is on
And
this
we got
guitar
Kurt
here.
Mangan string.
The same exact variety. These are amazing strings.
I'm guessing you like 10s. You a 10
Yeah, that's
gauge
what I
man?
have on this, 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And
these pop.
if you like 11 gauge, they're available in purple. And if for all you 9 gauge folks out there, those are the black label.
So that's a technical question for you. Does Kurt Mangan have nylon strings?
You bet.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, and
Because I
mandolin.
didn't bring out, I brought my nylon string this
Mandolin.
time.
They just came out with them actually.
We'll play the-
recently.
Yeah, we'll bring it around next time. But yeah, definitely curious on nylon strings with those Godin type.
Yeah, and that's where
electric.
that triple picking, that Victor Wooten thing really comes
It
into
really
play.
shines on the nylon string, yeah.
Totally, man.
Which is more of the, play for the Latin music or for more of the singer-songwriter stuff I do with my wife and other artists I play with and stuff. So.
Yeah, is there are there any plans? For,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I imagine
With a
there's
2-year-old, he's super busy like some of your other
Sure.
artists on here. I know Tony's having a second one, right? So he's going to be busy. I'm super busy. But as the boy gets older, all this other parents will have more time to, you have more time to do your parently things and get out there and have, some weekend time. So definitely stay tuned. I'll be playing some shows with Blue Sky Flu probably this summer, as well as some other groups.
Are you going to be at my birthday party?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Totally. We're going to do a fuse box.
And we're going to work. Mario's probably going to.
Yeah, we're going to do our set. I think we're going to have a few people, if they
and
choose to,
out,
want
yeah.
to, play before, and then Fusebox will do the normal set, and then we'll have an open jam afterwards.
Yeah. I
Sounds
also wanted to
fantastic.
get Mario worked in on some of the Fusebox songs. So
Oh,
I can
yeah,
play guitar.
So I can hold it down on the bottom end.
Down the bottom end.
So Jason can
Hold
do
it
this like,
down!
It's like-
on the wings of love.
Up and above.
I was kind of hoping that you guys would see some of this tonight. I witnessed these two freaking guys
Now that's where you
singing
have to
that
pay.
song.
That's where you have
that's
to
the
pay.
Patreon,
That's the
yeah.
bar. That's the bar. That's where the Patreon comes in.
Well, we do need a little bit
brief.
bonus material
All right.
right out. Can we get a verse?
Just the chorus. How about the chorus?
No?
All right.
We
Just
do
the
one
chorus.
on the wings of love for you.
Yeah, on the Wings of Love chorus.
1, 2, 3, 4. On the wings of love, up in the bubble box, the only way to fly
That's pretty great.
is on the wings of love. That's
On
quite
the
good.
wings of love, up and above the clouds,
the only way to fly
is on the wings of love, wings of love.
Wow.
No reference
Judging by
pitches.
this- no reference.
We just pulled it out of the air just for you, just for fun. That was mostly for those out there in TV land.
That's for our friends.
Thank you for doing
Some good
that.
laughs. We'll do some Michael McDonald next time.
Yeah.
Some woo woo woos.
Can't forget.
And we'll leave Ryan for those, right,
Yeah.
Ryan? He's got the appropriate manicured beard. To,
yeah, well, Dave's right there.
Oh, Dave's got his thing down there. Nicely coiffed, looks oiled, and looks like it might
Ron
smell
Burgundy.
nice.
And fresh.
So should we pull this heavy thing off?
Let's do it. Oh, so that is the end of the show. Thank you guys for watching. Go to our YouTube channel. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Also, thank our sponsors, Singular Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, SWR Video Productions, Mr. Cthulhu in chief there. Also, yeah, hit that Patreon. Help us out. We need it. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll see you next week with David Robles.
Stay tuned.
There it is.